What is up, you guys? My name is Madison. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today's video is going to be my weekly reading vlog. Oh yeah. Last week I did really bad. Did not finish a single book that I started the week with. Whoopsie doodles. So let me show you all the books that I need to finish. And then I added a book because obviously I'm so smart. First I have my Kindle, and on my Kindle I have The Last One by Howzell Hall. I got to page 47. Okay, I'm farther in than I thought I was. Page 40, or chapter 47, which is page 404. So I have about 150 pages left of this. And in this we are following Kai, who is just a fun little girly pop who remembers nothing. She remembers nothing coming into the story, and she goes to this little like dying town. There's a sickness going around, the animals are dying, the crops are dying, and she is basically trying to help this town while trying to figure out who she is as well. And it is a romantic story, so the love interest is Jaden, who Kai is just absolutely infatuated with, and then his sister Olivia and her friend Philia, and they go into the woods to pretty much solve the mystery of who is Kai. Yeah. And then on my Kindle I also have an ARC. It is Saber of Truth by C.L. Gordon. I was supposed to finish that last week. I don't know when I'm going to read it, but the book comes out March 24th, so at the very end of the month, and it is a slow burn, forced proximity romantasy. I need a slow burn that's actually a slow burn and not whatever the fuck the last one is, because I love the plot, hate the romance, hate it. Moving on. I also have The City in Glass by Nghi. I'm at page 56, which is chapter 7. And in this book, we are following the demon Vitrine as she watches her town, her city, crumble because of the angels. And she is trying to take revenge on the main angel, but there's no telling what actually is going to happen. The last book I have is Tender is the Flesh by Augustina, Bazterrica. That, guys, I still haven't figured it out. I really need to. If someone knows how to pronounce this name, please let me know. But in this book, we are following Marcos as he watches a virus spread through all the animal meat, so then they are allowed to eat special human meat. And as like a reward, he's given special human meat that is still alive. And he is essentially seeing this person, you know, as a person. So on top of trying to figure out the grief and loss that he's experiencing at the beginning of the book, he is also trying to figure out his feelings towards his reward. Very excited to read that. Here is my little stack of books. I guess my stack of 2 books and my Kindle. It's a little intimidating because I haven't read that much recently, but I know that I can. I know that I can read, guys. So fingers crossed. I've also been writing a lot today. Also, I'm starting this on a Saturday rather than a Sunday, so I have an extra day to do it, even though it's 2 p.m. And I'm going out later with some of my friends. Yippee, guys. Yippee. Okay, so it's 10 till 10:30, so it's 10:20. And I finally finished The Last One by Howzell Hall. I gave it a 3.5. I didn't like the beginning so much, to the point where I almost DNF'd it. Because like the very beginning was really good, and then the very end was really good, like insanely good. But the middle, it felt there was too much lusting after each other, and it was these cheesy lines that I just could not get in, like these like puns and innuendos towards sex, and I'm just like not into it. No thank you. But I kept reading, and I'm glad I did, because I really liked the ending. Like, I did not guess those plot twists, not at all. I probably should have, because I definitely foreshadowed it, but when I tell you, my jaw was on the ground. I flew through that last like 150 pages. Like, it was insane, because like they got to like a town and then everything unraveled, and I was like, holy fucking god, like what is going on? And like to the point where I immediately like got the second book on Kindle Unlimited. I think it's till dawn breaks or something like that, or like the dawn curse. But I mean, I'm telling you, like, I would not have guessed that ending. Like, even if someone told me that that was the ending, I would not have believed them, because it was insane. But I am picking up The City in Glass by Nghi now. I don't plan on reading a bunch of this because I am super tired. And I have to be up super early tomorrow because I have to go get my groceries at 7 a.m. before all the traffic hits. Otherwise, I won't be able to get out of my parking lot. But I do plan on reading some of this eventually. But I am glad to have 1 out of 4 books down for the week. That's very exciting to me. And I know that this one won't take long now that I'm not in the middle of another book. So, like, this is my sole focus. And I think I could finish this tomorrow and make my next Kindle book, The Saber of Truth, by C.L. Gordon, like, my main focus book for the rest of the week. And then I'll have Tender as the Flesh if I finish that one. But as you can see, I have not made a dent in that TBR. It's still, like, massive. And, like, when I'm done with it, I either move it over here to signify that it's done, or I just move it, like, to right here. So it kind of just depends on, like, what I do and, like, how often I talk about it. Also, if you can hear my ginger ale crackling, I apologize. Guys. But right now, I have to go do my PT workouts, exercises, and I have to do some yoga because I haven't done any in the last couple of days because I've been on my deathbed. Still going to work, but on my deathbed. So I need to go do something productive with my life. Okay, guys, I did not read any more last night. I genuinely fell asleep, but I do have a book haul. Also, I got little Thai pineapple cakes from one of the parents at my center. I'm very excited to try those. But I went to Target and I got 2 books, and I got 4 books from Amazon. First, I got Betting on You by Lynn Painter, just because I don't have any, like, romance, and I think I kind of like the romance genre, guys. But this is by Lynn Painter, which is Haley Pham's favorite author, and also, I've never read one of her books before, and I feel like she'd be, like, the perfect author for me, because she's, like, fade to black, I think, and everything is, like, super lighthearted and fun. I couldn't find it better than the movies, because, like, that was the book that I wanted, but I couldn't find it, and that's fine. I also got Akamov, because if I don't finish the series, my sister may actually kill me. I wasn't going to continue it, and she was like, no, you need to continue it, it gets so much better, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, okay, so I picked up Akamov. And then I put my keys away, darn it. Thank God for long nails. Speaking of Haley Pham, I got Just Friends. I am so excited to read this. I have been following her writing journey literally since it started. Like, I think I talked about her in my last video, my last update, but I've literally been following her since she was trying to find the best way to remove hair from the body. Like, I think I started watching her when I was like 16, 15, something like that, and I'm 22 now. So the fact that she wrote this, I'm so excited. And we're following Blair and Declan, which one of the characters in my book is named Declan, so spoiler. And then I got Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors because I've heard such mixed reviews on this book, and I don't have any, like, just straight literary fiction, so I'm very excited to see kind of what this brings. Obviously, I got Spiral by Balcabra. Collide was my first 5-star of 2026. I had to continue the series, especially since Sage, the main girl in this, is a ballerina. I'm a ballerina. I'm so excited. Also, I love the POC representation in these books. And the last book I got is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. Is that how it's pronounced? I'm so bad at names, guys. I'm never gonna get any better. This would have been perfect for my little pink lineup, but that's okay. I'm so excited to read this, guys, because again, I've heard very mixed reviews on this. I don't own a lot of, like, lit fic, but I also know there's a lot of trigger warnings going into this, so I'm taking that into account as well. Anyway, it's currently 1:30 p.m. I have not read a single thing today because I woke up at 11:30 and then I went to a birthday party. So I'm going to try and read this, and I'm going to try and put these on my shelf somewhere.
So here's my shelf. There's my stack of books a week later, in case you're wondering. I honestly might have to just like remove everything off the top and just start putting books up there, but I really don't want to do that. I also have my closet that I can put books in. Guys, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I am literally out of room. Especially for these two. Actually, maybe not this one, but especially this one, because my green and blue shelf, green, blue, and white shelf has no more room left. Zero room left. Yeah. Oh. This one too, because purple and blue are the same color in my eyes, except purple is a little bit nicer. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna try and read some, or maybe I'll take a nap. One of the two. Something's gonna happen today. Okay, so it's currently 6:12 p.m. I'm about to go get frozen yogurt, but I went to dinner / lunch-ish with my roommate, and then I went to TJ Maxx. I went to Target, and I realized that, like, Target is, like, gross now. Like, I went into Walmart, and I was like, this is the life. And I've always been a Walmart girly, just because, like, I have to drive, like, over an hour to get to my closest Target back in my hometown, whereas, like, living next to a Target here was, like, super convenient. But, like, I went in, and I was like, I don't like this. Anyway, I read about 10 pages of The City in Glass. This chapter, for some reason, is, like, super long to me. Like, I don't do well with super long chapters, especially if there are no chapter breaks. I don't know why. It's just, like, my brain can't comprehend, like, that much without, like, some, like, room to breathe. Sorry, guys. I have... Coming in to say it was not the long chapters with no chapter breaks. You'll find out at the end. Mental problems. Anyway, here's everything I got from TJ Maxx. I didn't get anything from Target. I might go online and, like, order something, but I realized I had, like, no, like, actual clothes for work. Like, I've been wearing the same couple of things over and over and over again. I also realized that, like, I have no PJ sets. So that's what I looked at. So first I looked in the bags, and I had to hold self-control. So instead of getting a juicy bag, I got juicy pajamas. I look at them. They're so cute. And it has, like, a little, like, cover up that says Juicy Couture on it. And it's a tank top and shorts, and I'm obsessed with it. I got sports bras because I'm about to get back into working out once I move home. I got this beauty on clearance. Yep, I'm obsessed. Thank you. And then I'm always on the hunt for, like, really good, like, zip up hoodies, because, like, as much as I love this, sometimes it doesn't match the vibe. It's orange. If you guys didn't know, orange is my favorite color. And it has a little claw clip. I've been getting back into claw clips now that my hair is, like, longer. And I love flower claw clips. Like, almost all of my claw clips in my drawer right now are either super tiny, like, they're, like, this big, or they're flowers. And I love it. And then I just got some, like, body care, skincare, makeup stuff. I got this lotion because I am using up a lotion in my project pan right now. And I'm gonna be really sad when it's gone. And I don't have any, like, just clean, fresh, like, vanilla scents. Like, everything else, it's, like, not that. So I got fresh cream. I was gonna get vanilla fig, but it has lemon in it, and I'm allergic to lemons. But I love the way that this smells. It smells so good. And I got this lip duo from Billion Dollar Beauty. If you guys didn't know, Billion Dollar Beauty makes my favorite makeup brushes. And so when I saw that they had more than just brushes and it had a little lip balm, I was like, I'm sold. And it's berry and vanilla. And then I got a little NYX, like, lip pencil on clearance. This is the shade Dragon Girl. And this was a shade that, like, I wanted, like, forever, like, even when I was a little kid. And now I own it. It's just a really nice red. But yeah, that is everything I got on top of all the books I bought today. I'll insert a picture here. I have been seeing, like, the Shop Fancy, like, mystery bags. And everyone is like, I don't want orange. And, like, I don't want the blue and orange. But when I saw that white and orange, I was like, I'm sold. I want to look like a little creamsicle. Now, hopefully people don't think I'm supporting Tennessee. I'm a Bama fan at heart. But the white and orange was like, I needed it. So I got the biker shorts, the skirt, and the two-toned tank top. It wasn't the double-lined. I originally had the double-lined in there, and I was like, I probably won't wear it as much if it's a double-lined. And if it's a two-toned, I can just wear it to work. Just, like, throw a t-shirt under it. I'm so excited to get that. But yeah, this is how I know I'm about to go manic. So I want to throw all my money in my savings account now. Yeah. Anyway, I am waiting for my roommate to be ready. We're gonna go get frozen yogurt. Maybe I'll record some of that, but I doubt it, because I always forget, and I like to live in the moment when I go out with them, since I don't do that very often. But I'm very happy with my purchases of today. I also, guys, so when I went to the birthday party earlier, and I was like, what should I get him? Like, what is he like? Because I had a feeling that, like, everyone was gonna get him something, like a ball, because it was like a ball theme. So like baseball, basketball, soccer, that kind of stuff. And she was like, I really want like one of the Leapfrog tablets. And I'm like, don't have to ask me twice. So I found one. It's a little older than like, or it's, because he turned 2, and I think the tablet is for like 4 to 6 or something like that, like 4 and up. His brother is about to turn 4, so I'm not like super mad about it, but he's also incredibly smart. I taught him before. Yeah, so I'm hoping that they can use it together, but it's like this little screen, and then you can like type on it. And I did that, and then I got him the Pout Pout Fish book, because I love the Pout Pout Fish personally. Hate the rainbow fish. It is banned from my classroom. The Pout Pout Fish, however, I love so much. Okay, that's all for this update. It's not even really an update. I'm gonna try and read more of this, but I don't know when I'm leaving. So, and I do have work tomorrow, and I also have to be up at 7:30 tomorrow to go to PT. I have to do my PT. Oh. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it's Sunday, 10 o'clock. I got to chapter 8 of The City in Glass. I don't know why I just blanked. It's at page 78. I'm gonna go get something to eat because I'm hungry. I'm not like super tired right now, which honestly might kick me in the butt tomorrow when I go to work. They're so loud out there. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm gonna grab something to eat, and then I also have to make a lunch for tomorrow. I don't have an audiobook. I don't really want an audiobook, so I might just like watch YouTube or something. Yeah. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about that. I might read more tonight. If I do, I'll probably like, because chapter 10 is at page 95, which would bring me to about halfway. Chapter 11, actually, no, halfway of the book is chapter 12, which is page 105. So I might read to there tonight and just be halfway, and then try and read the other half tomorrow. We'll see. I didn't do that much reading today. I did sleep the entire morning and then was out and about pretty much all day, or like all afternoon. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I probably won't update again unless I do end up reading a lot, but I think I'm just gonna read until I pass out. So okay, so it's 10 o'clock on Monday. I'm about to get in bed and like actually just like pass out, but I'm gonna update real quick. I got to page 86 of The City in Glass. I know I was gonna read it like a lot last night, and then I don't know what happened actually. Like I kind of just like blacked out. I kind of just fell asleep. But I read a little bit today. I'm hoping to read a little bit more tomorrow and like have more time. But again, I went out and did things today, so I didn't have that much time in the afternoon. Yeah. Okay, a quick update. It's 11 p.m. on Tuesday. I got to page 130, which is in the middle of chapter 14, which is more than I thought I was going to read today, so I'm not mad about it. I don't know how much time I'll have to read tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. But I am hoping to finish it since I have significantly less than 100 pages left. So I'm hoping to at least get to 150 tomorrow. Like, that is the main goal. But if I finish it, then like, good on me. I can start a new book. And that'll be, I think, 2 books down. Perchance. I don't know. I'd have to recheck. Yeah, because I finished the last one. Yeah, I'm doing so good. I'm so delirious. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys. Okay, it's currently 7:30 on Friday. Have not finished a book, but I'm about to lose power, so I'd rather update you guys now. So first, I got an art copy of Playmates, I believe, by Leona Bolt, and I'm very excited. but apparently it comes out in 10 days. So don't know what's up with that. Literally didn't even know that I got this this arc from this author. So I will let you know more when my Kindle finishes its update. Yep. I haven't started Saber of Truth. I haven't started Tender as the Flesh, but I'm free literally all weekend with the exception of like, I think like 12 or like maybe 11 to 1 on Sunday. That's a whole new vlog, so don't worry about that. I have like 20 pages left of The City in Glass by Nghi, and then I have this book, which I believe is like 300 pages long. 209. I could have sworn it was longer than that, but it's only 18 chapters. So hopefully it doesn't take me as long to read this as it did to read this, because if I lose power, then I literally can't do anything other than read. So that being said, and also my Kindle does in fact work when I don't have power. So we're looking good. We're sitting pretty. I'm gonna plug my phone back in and hope for the best. Okay, so there's only 164 pages in there. Gave you a little sneak peek. Probably shouldn't have done that. But there's only 164 pages in Playmates. So I actually probably could read it sometime this weekend. I might low-key pull a 24-hour reading vlog because I have like 4 cups of coffee made. Like I made like a coffee pot. So I'm just probably gonna drink that all night. And I also buy coffee. And I have Red Bull. So you know what? Again, sitting pretty. For the first time in forever, hashtag Frozen shout out, I'm not on the edge of my seat falling over tired. So I'm very excited to like get to these books. I do wish my power wouldn't go out, but it's already flickering. Also, for the first time in a long time, I'm looking at myself and not the camera. My fault, guys, my fault. It's been a long week. And by that, I mean I've gone to work and then I've gone to bed and done nothing else. But I'm awake now. I got all the energy in the world. Probably because I had 2 full meals today and a snack. Okay, it's 8:50 yet. My lights are still flickering, so I apologize. It won't affect the camera. It'll just affect the quality of the lighting because I have no other light in my room except for my lamps are plugged in. I mean, I'm charging my night lights, okay? Because you plug them in and they're good for like 12 hours. Anyway, I finally finished The City in Glass. And I literally read like the spoiler reviews. And nobody knows what this book is about. And a lot of and I went to like the 1-star, the 5-star, like I went to 3-star, like someone like right in the middle. And everyone said that the main issue was in the writing style. And like that, and I personally, like I love a good poetic writing style. The issue with this one is that because it was so poetic, there was no plot. There was one review that said this book is all vibes, no plot, and I agree. I have no idea what happened in this book. There was no character development. Vitrine she's a demon, right? She's not meant to be good. But the way it ends, it's just like, she is literally just a piece of shit. And I was so excited because I love to support an Asian author. She's Vietnamese. And I was really looking for something to kind of fill that gap of A Crate Among Wolves. Because when I hear that it's like a biblical story, unless specifically said otherwise, I always assume it's historical. Or anything like involving like gods. Like obviously Song of Achilles, which surprisingly is going to be rated higher than this book. That is a historical story. You're learning and reading about the story of Troy and that war, but like specifically through like Achilles' story being told. With this book, there is no story being told. You hear about the city of Azrael. It's like Arzil, I think, falling and collapsing, and then you see like different societies, different generations, different people coming in and rebuilding. And you have the angel who is just deeply in love with the demon, and like the demon is like slowly falling for the angel. And like, I won't spoil the book, but unless you can like really understand and like read in between the lines of poetry, don't read this, because then you're just gonna end up confused. Like, I have no idea what the fuck I just read. And like, I took AP Lit in high school. My highest scoring, whatchamacallit, like test, was on my poetry writing and like understanding poetry. I love poetry. I write poetry. But this just didn't make any sense. It felt like someone who really likes fantasy and really likes poetry, me, for instance, but doesn't really know how to write either genre, just put it together and hope for the best. And I've heard, like, even like in the 1-star reviews, a lot of people are like, I loved like this series and I loved her writing style for this, but I did not like this book. And like I said, I love like flowery things. And a lot of people mentioned Time War, How to Stop a Time War, I think that's what it's called. So I kind of want to go pick that up and read it, because they were like, it was so much better. Someone also compared this to Good Omens, which my first roommate loved. So I might watch that too, because I loved the concept of this book. Again, I loved the writing style of this book. But after the first chapter, there needs to be a plot. There needs to be development. There needs to be something, right? And one of the 1-star reviews said there's no like world building, which I disagree with. I feel like in a lot of the flowery prose, all you were hearing about was the world building. But there's also like 4 pages of eating clams. There was like 2 pages of doing the same dance. And now it's one thing, like, if there's a dance and there's a plot happening at that dance, I feel like it's very common in everything, whether it's a high school like drama, whether it's Red Queen, I don't know. I guess that is a high school drama. You get my point. Like, you can make a lot happen within a dance. You can make a lot happen within one singular song of a dance. But explaining the steps of a dance is not needed. I guess the other thing that I really liked is that everyone, like, could see the angel and the demon, but once they were gone, like, you didn't remember them. And if you saw them again, you wouldn't remember them. Like, you would think that you were meeting them for the first time. So, I don't know. I don't recommend this book, which makes me so sad to say, because I was so excited for it. And a lot of people, again, in the reviews that I read, were so hyped for this book. Literally got a bookmark saying this is one of the best books ever. No, it's not. Like, maybe you're just really good at reading through the lines, but I am not. And this took me a week to read because I was having such a hard time understanding, because I was going back and rereading pages and rereading things, and I'm like, and I feel like there were so many plot holes or so many like unfinished storylines. I don't know. I just feel like I can do flowery prose, but you need to have some kind of like, this is what's going on. This is how we're handling the situation. And literally, page, like, so there's 211 pages. Page like 203 or something like that. Page like 200. It's like, there's a war. What? And then they didn't even like talk about the war. Honestly, I feel like I'm not spoiling it, because there's nothing to spoil. Like, nothing happens. Literally nothing happens. If you want to read a book where it's just pretty words, go for it. Go for it. Nothing happens. I just ranted for 7 minutes about how this book did nothing. Did nothing to me. Nothing to me. I'm going to give this like a 1.5 star TBH. I'm done with this book. Okay, so it's currently midnight, which means it's officially Saturday. Welcome. I've been writing a lot, but I was like, I've been writing a lot. I should pick up a book. So I picked up Playmates by Leona. I wonder if she's British. I'm sorry, I think it's a they. I wonder if they're British. Because the first sentence is, what the fuck are you doing here, you absolute wanker? No, see, I don't mind it being based off of like non-American, whatever. But like I was fully under the impression that these were two little American boys playing soccer for their high school. I don't know, actually. Maybe not, because I feel like this is also an adult book. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say for this. I'm watching Jamie Foxx, per usual.
That point where it's just a regular romance now.
It is an adult soccer romance. I feel the need to say that. It is football. Not American football, but football. And I don't know how I feel about it. I'm only 17 pages in, and I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, so I'm at page 44 of Playmate, which is chapter 4. And I feel like this book is what I wanted from Heated Rivalry, right? Like, yes, there's still, like, the intimacy, but there's also, like, actual, like, you can, like, actually, like, hear their emotions, see their emotions. The writing style isn't my favorite. It's very, I don't want to say amateur, like, it's definitely not amateur, like, but it's definitely something I feel like I could find in, like, a YA book, maybe even, like, a middle grade book. You know, because, like, you have a lot of the what does, or, like, just in the head, like, talk, which is fine. Like, I don't mind it. Like, it's definitely not something that'll be, like, DNFing. The word snog for, like, making out, hate it. That's, like, the one, that's not the one British thing I hate, but, like, that word just, like, I can't do it. Like, it grosses me out. Everyone has their word. Mine is that one. Thankfully, like, it's not like a constant thing. I would DNF a book if it said that too much. I would stop watching a movie or a TV show if it said the word too much. Like, that is how much I despise that word. But I do like it. I'm 27% in, page 44, chapter 4. And so we're following Marlon and Freddie. Marlon is discovering his sexual identity, whether he's bi, gay, whatever, because his sister kept setting him up on dates with women, and eventually she was just like, you know what, one last date, just give one last date. And it was his best friend from high school, I think, Freddie. And Freddie is in, like, an open relationship, which, when he described it, I was like, I don't like it. When we got to his point of view in the relationship, I was like, oh, okay. I see what you mean. So, yeah, I prefer Freddie's point of view over Marlon's, because Marlon is so, like, I don't know how to, like, he's so awkward. But he's not, like, funny awkward. He's just like, oh my God. You should probably learn how to be social. That's really it. Like I said, I'm not, like, super far into it. I'm reading it super fast. It's currently 1:15-ish. I think I picked it up, like, at 1 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier, and with how I've been reading recently, like, that is good. That's some good progress. I also found out that the audiobook for Tenderness of Flesh is on Spotify. If I feel like it, I could start listening to it, but the chapters are super short, so I don't even, like, really feel the need. The chapters are super short on top of the fact that the book itself is super short. So it might be okay. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I definitely needed something easy after the struggle of The City in Glass. Yeah. Also, I can't tell if I'm hungry or tired, so take that how you will. This might be my last update for the night, potentially, because I do want to get in bed. I really wish I wrote more. I only wrote like, I want to say like 300 words, which is not good for me. RIP. Rest in pieces. And it's like, it makes me so sad because I know exactly what I want to put in this chapter. I just don't know how to like execute it. Yeah. But the twists in this picture and the connection, like in this picture and these chapters and the connections, like finally like making sense, like I love it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just wrote the first like connector chapter from what I am considering like the Garden of Eden. Like it's like a connector world, and I love it. I love it. Okay, so it's 1:50 and I'm at page 66. And there's a line that says, "He looks like a baddie and is actually a softie, and I can't get enough of him." Why is that in here? Why is that in here? Why was that written? Why was it a sentence? That is in a book that is published. Almost published. Okay, so it's currently 11:50 on Saturday. I did end up falling asleep, but I didn't sleep for that long, guys. I only slept for like 5 hours. And I got to page 116 of 155 of Playmates. This book, even though I think it's kind of cheesy and kind of corny, is exactly what I wanted from Heated Rivalry. And that being said, I still haven't watched the show because the book genuinely was not my cup of tea. Like, especially like in the first half where there was no plot, no emotion, there was nothing going on, couldn't figure out what the fuck I was listening to. It was an audiobook. And I just remember sitting there like, what? This is really good. This is plot. This is a work of art. Like at first I was like, I want to DNF it, like this isn't gonna get any better. I don't like the writing style. No, they switched up real fast. I think I just had to get through that first like initial like weird, it's gonna sound, I don't know what I have against British people. I don't have anything against British people, but like some of the slang used, just didn't like it. But like now I love it, right? Because now we're in like the nitty gritty, like we're at the very end because it's a novella. Like it's, like I said, it's only 155 pages, 160, something like that. And it's really, really good. Like the plot is plotting because we're following Freddie and Marlon, who are teammates in this really homophobic sport. Like that's like the main point of it. And they're trying to figure out how to be gay. So, you know, Freddie's in this essentially like lavender relationship, right? Like his girlfriend is a lesbian, he's gay, or he's bi. And then Marlon just figured out he's gay, and he's like, okay, don't like women, can't have Freddie, gonna go off and do my own thing, while still keeping it a secret. And it's still perspective. So like every like other chapter, it's like you have Freddie and then you have Marlon, or like, and I still very much prefer like Freddie's point of view. Like he's definitely like the one that I love, but I don't hate Marlon's, and that's unusual for me in a dual like perspective or like a multi POV. Like there's always one that I'm just like tapping through, like skimming it. I enjoy reading through Marlon's point of view because you're not following the same story anymore. Like I feel like a lot of times like you overlap chapters when you do like dual point of view, but because they're still living their own life and they're going through their own problems on top of everything else, like it's very well split and they feel like two different people. And I feel like especially if you're writing a dual perspective from a romantasy story, not a romantasy, a romance, I mean even romantasy, yeah, but like any story really, it's really hard to find distinguishable characters. I've never been like, who am I reading from right now? Like even like when I'm writing like my story, because you have 3 perspectives, but you really only get the 3rd perspective like twice within the entire span of the book. Like, sometimes I have to go back and I'm like, this sounds too much like my other character. I need to change that. I don't feel that way with this. I feel like even like the side characters are very distinguishable. Like, it's very easy to tell who's speaking. It's very easy to tell whose head we're in, who we're following. And that's really hard for an author. And that's very hard, especially in like a contemporary romance. And I don't know. I'm very much enjoying this book. I think like those first 2 chapters, just getting past that initial like, what the fuck am I reading, was really good. Yeah. That's all I have to say for that. Like, I'm very much enjoying this book. I'm hoping to finish this one and finish Tender is the Flesh at least today, because next week I'm going to like go hard on Saber of Truth. I'm going to read that one. That is my main priority. I might put Sleepers in my next reading vlog just because I do need to read that this month, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, I finished Playmates by Leona Bolt. It's not on Fable. I couldn't find it on Fable, and that makes me so sad. But I did post like just like a community thing because I still wanted to like post my review, and then I posted my review in Goodreads, and I posted like my star count on Instagram. This book was so good. I loved the ending. It comes out March 22nd. It comes out, and you guys need to pick it up. It's a very short read. It's a very easy read. This book was so good. It was so cute. Like, I highly recommend it. I really hope we get to see more of them. Maybe of them coming out into like the limelight. And like, cause like it's based off of like a primarily like homophobic sport, which I feel like is every sport, but you know, what do you expect? And it was so cute, and I loved Freddie. Like, that is my baby. It was just so good. Guys, I love it so much. I love it so much. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to start reading Tender is the Flesh, currently 2 p.m. I'm going to try and end this vlog around 8-ish. So hopefully that gives me enough time to finish this, because this should be a quick read because the chapters are super short and it's a super short book. I've been reading a lot of short books recently. My next book, Saber of Truth, is like 560 pages. So like that one's gonna take me a good minute, but I'm gonna start on Tender is the Flesh. Like I said, I do have the audiobook for this as well if I need like a break from physically reading. I need to plug my computer in. But I'm very, very excited to start. Okay, so it's 2:49. I switched to the audiobook because I realized that I should probably put away my laundry and make something to eat. And I somehow went from chapter 3 to chapter 6 without even like realizing it, because typically like they'll say chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, so I can kind of figure out where I am. And it's making me realize that like the only thing that they're talking about in this entire, at least like the first half of the book, because I don't know exactly where I am, but like this first like little bit, they're talking about like this trade deal. And I mean, I like the writing style, but I also feel like you're not really seeing a lot of like development, you know. I feel like even like with like other audiobooks that I've listened to, I'm not even like an audiobook that like I didn't even necessarily like love, but like with Love and Time of Serial Killers, you could kind of pick out exactly like what was going to like progress. But with this, I feel like it's just a lot of, we're making this deal, we're slicing humans, we're making this deal, we're slicing humans, we're making this deal, we're getting an import from Africa, we're slicing humans. And I'm just like, okay, so when are we gonna get to like him getting the girl? Or I actually don't even know if it's a girl, but like him getting like the special meat. Like, I don't know, but I am like enjoying it. Like, I'm not gonna DNF it, obviously. I mean, at least not yet, but I also feel like because the book is so short that we need it to move just a little bit faster. Okay, whoa, okay, so it's currently 8:15. I did in fact finish Tender is the Flesh. I did in fact listen to the entire thing on audiobook. I did in fact listen to the entire audiobook while laying in bed dying. I went to Applebee's and then all of a sudden my body just decided that it was going to stop working. So, my body stopped working. Anyway, I gave this book 3 stars. The second half was kind of hard to follow, and I don't know if that was just because I was listening to it on audiobook and not physically looking at it. But they end up, I don't know, I end up, meeting, because I remember the last, update was, I haven't met the girl. I ended up meeting the girl. And it was really weird, because, I don't know how to put it without, spoiling the book. But, obviously, you're not supposed to have anything with, special meat, and then, I don't know. Can you tell that it's been a long couple of hours since the last update? Yeah, I still liked it. I still, enjoyed it. I did, like I said, give it 3 stars. Maybe in the future I'll pick it up again and, try reading, just the second half. Seeing if, that helps, but for now, I liked it. And I did get kind of, a satisfying ending, so, I'm not mad about it. Yeah. Anyway, I said that I was gonna end this vlog at 8. It's past 8, so I'm gonna end this vlog. Books I read. I've read Playmates by Leona Bolt, and that was a 4 out of 5 star. That was really good. I finished The City in Glass by Nghi. That sucked ass. I finished Tender is the Flesh. That was an okay book. I just feel like it was very slow paced. I think that's what I was trying to get to. It's just a slow paced book. And I actually don't remember if I listened to any audiobooks other than that one. I feel like I listened to 1984 this week, towards the beginning of the week. Maybe, I don't know. I have no concept of time anymore, so take that how you will, guys. Yeah, anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to comment, subscribe down below. All my social media is also down below. If there are any videos that you would like to see, let me know. Comment them down below, and I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Bye!